Good evening, friends. Today is a mold pull with the stuff that I made. Was it yesterday? The day before? Sometime within the last 48 hours. Got a whole bunch of littler molds to pull today. Get this coat out of my way. Yeah, so I have my new cube, which this is definitely a few days old now. There we go. Alright, so I have the malachite colored dye and then the amber on the top edge. Is that amber or is that fire opal? Well, anyway. And then I've got the geode inside. Very cool looking. One little bubble down here at the end. Or two bubbles. But, you know, all in all, very pretty. I still, I do have some trouble with bubbling where two pieces meet. And I don't know, maybe until I get a heat gun, that's just going to be a continuous problem. There is a really cool bubbling effect around the edge of the geode. So it looks like, a bunch of underwater bubbles caught in the cracks of the stone. Very pretty effect. Cool little random piece. Okay, I have this little crystal, which is ridiculously hard to get out. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Whoop, slippery. Alright, so I've got the light gold with the little stone on the blue at the bottom. Kind of cute. Add that to something else. Oh, this one I know is going to be hard to get out. Okay, and reverse that so I don't break the mold. Okay, a little bit smoother on the lines for the joining point, but I've got the mica top mixed with the blue and the pink, and I don't know what that third color is. Maybe it was a yellow at one point, but I've got the stone suspended in the top layer, the clear fire opal, I'm guessing, and those look beautiful. Love the way that worked out. So whichever way you want to put it, very pretty. All right, we have our little cat self-defense tool. I almost called it a toy, but that would be wrong. If you remember, the mold itself was a little bit bent, so it didn't quite cure flat. So I need to weigh that down with something so that it will flatten out. Sure, that'll work. Okay, so a few little extra pieces lying around. I hate that we have to have these, that they have to be put on keychains, but great little self-defense tool. Nice and lightweight. A couple more days to cure and harden all the way. Or just, actually, I think with this resin, it's only like one more day. Maybe two. Anyway, by the time somebody buys it or I give it to somebody, we'll be all set. But you can see I have the mica on the outer layer and then the clear for the yellow and a couple of stones in there just for decorative decor. I think when I'm making these from now on, I might use like glitter or something, but I doubt I'll use anything defined like those little stones or whatever. It just, I don't know, it seems to take away from it. But cool little piece. Who loves kitty? Got all kinds of weird stuff stuck to me. I think there's some glue on these mats. Okay, this was from the big oopsie day. I had the resin that I was working with that I didn't mix properly or didn't let it cool long enough before I started pouring, and it solidified really quickly. And so this piece has a huge bubble. Well, it's not even a bubble. It's just a solid piece of resin that didn't cure. And honestly, there's not really anything I could do about it. Like, I could try to file it down or sand it down or something. But then I would just end up with this huge swath right here in the middle that is ugly. So probably just going to leave that alone. I mean, it is thankfully on the quote-unquote bottom of the piece, which you will see why I call it the bottom in a moment. Okay, that is the top, and that looks incredible. Love the way the let's see, maybe a little bit more incredible up here, a little bit less incredible down here, but you've got all the little butterflies and all the leaf pieces and the pressed flower underneath both butterflies. I love the way the pink and the green mix together. Makes it look very much like a, you know, a watermelon-y effect. I think this might be my prettiest wine tool yet, wine holder. Somebody needs to really name these molds better. Otherwise, I'm going to have to. Needs a little bit of filing around the edges, as these pieces always do. They're always really sharp. I mean, this is my third one, and sure enough, it's sharp. But very, very, very stinking pretty. Okay, next we have the brand new witchy molds. So I've got this one, and this one, and that one, and that one. No, that is the base plate for the new hand candle, which needs just a little bit more layering. And this one. All right, real quick. There. New base plate. Wait, didn't I just say this needs another layer? Oh, well, it's not getting it now. All right, so I have a lovely bunch of coconuts. Okay, careful. Okay. All right. Here we go. We've got a cool little tray. That's actually really cool. You guys see this? I mean, this looks like it was, you know, professionally poured. I blame the mold more than me. That was, wow. That, I did not expect this to come out so smooth. I got like one little bubble over here. Look at that thing. That looks awesome. All right. Complete success. That's the piece that I made for my neighbor. We had some like religious extremists wandering the neighborhood, inviting us all to church, and both of us joked about wishing we had a nice pentagram to hang on the door to discourage people like that. And I'm like, I can accommodate. Next we have these coasters. Okay. Alright, I kind of overfilled the mold on this one, so this has a raised edge on the bottom, but some beautiful little symbols all around the edge and a nice little sun in the middle. That is a gorgeous coaster. I think in the future what I'm going to do is try to keep it just maybe a little bit more of a solid color in the middle, so that like, you know, pour a little bit of color around the edges and then pour some really dense darker mica in the middle so that the edges kind of stand out more. But I mean, regardless, that's friggin' beautiful. Really happy with this mold set so far. Okay, let go. All right, this one's still, you know, still again with the raised edge. A little bit more bubbling on these. But not so much that you'd be angry about it. Doesn't really seem to need much. I mean, just a little bit of filing. You know, I've got a raised lip on the bottom, but no, you know, not a flat raised disc like I do on this one. Coaster number 2, again with the pentagram. What are those? What are those? Are those zodiac symbols? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I would guess so. Very pretty. Told one of my coworkers tonight that I really want to make her something because she's always really nice to me. But I have no idea what she wanted. And, you know, so I asked her what her favorite colors were, and she's told me black and gold. I'm like, hey, I got those colors. And then she just randomly asked me if I had, if I made coasters. And I'm like, I do, but they're a little witchy. She's like, I'm down. So she is totally getting a coaster set soon. Man, this thing is gorgeous. And one little bubble on the bottom. I'm not even mad about it. Oh, right. Yep. One. Is that a bubble or is that part of the design? No, that's uniform, so that's part of the design. Look at this thing. This is so pretty. And does it fit? It does. Oh, it's a lid. It's not a... Oh. Oh, it's a... Okay, it's supposed to have a raised lid because it's a friggin' jewelry box. Sweet! Sorry, I got really excited there for a second. How cool. Note to self, do not underfill those little lid pieces because this is supposed to be a friggin' jewelry box. Cool. Okay, I gotta grab a cup though to make sure these work as coasters. Good thing I've got all my candle making glasses out here, otherwise I would have had to run out to the house. Good news, they work as coasters. Both ways. Dope. How cool. How friggin' awesome. Man, am I happy I picked those up. Alright, that's it. That's everything that I've made in the last couple of days for the most part. Still got a little work to do on the next hand candle, which, as mentioned, is kind of volcano themed. So yeah, that's it for the night, guys. Thank you for joining me, Raven Silence, on The Joy of Resin. Have a great night, y'all.